Welcome back to Rock Bottom in the Dome. We're going to be reacting to this new UFO video by Atlantis. So check them out. Let's get into it.
Time 130,000 pages of UFO records posted online, those sightings in the sky.
We don't know where they're from. They can do things that we can't do.
And moving on now to what has become the most confusing story in the news these days, and here's why. Because as compelling as this video I'm about to show you is, we just do not have straight answers on what we're seeing.
Fighter jets were caught on camera chasing a UFO before it vanished straight into the ocean. This is not a drill. Witnesses claim the object moved faster than any known aircraft, defying all logic and science. The shocking footage from 2024 has sparked debates that even skeptics can't ignore. Could this be the ultimate proof of extraterrestrial life or something even stranger? Let us uncover the truth behind this jaw-dropping event that made NASA go out and hunt all the witnesses of the event. Glowing orbs over the ocean. Imagine being 35,000 feet in the air enjoying your flight when suddenly out of the corner of your eye you spot something that doesn't belong. This exact scenario unfolded when a passenger aboard a commercial airplane captured footage of a dark disc-shaped object flying parallel to the plane. The object matched the plane's speed, eerily gliding alongside it before making an impossible maneuver, veering sharply beneath the aircraft and vanishing without a trace. The footage quickly went viral, dividing viewers into two camps. Some argued it was a hoax, citing advanced CGI techniques, while others insisted it was genuine, pointing to the...
And I just thought to let you guys know that obviously some of them are CGI, but you can tell which ones are. I'm pretty sure they did it just for the video. Trying to, explain as much as I can. Some people will actually think that. Don't get them confused.
Natural reflections and light behavior in the video. As of now, no official explanation has been given. Was this a legitimate UFO encounter or just another clever fabrication? Before we delve into this, it's clear that this encounter raises questions far more unsettling than anyone expected, and what comes next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Another jaw-dropping incident was captured by a U.S. Coast Guard member.
That picture you see right there, that's from Battle of Los Angeles. And not the movie, it's an actual scenario that happened. I'm going to make a video about that soon.
Suddenly halted midair, defying all known laws of physics before plunging dramatically into the water. But the story doesn't end there. As the main object disappeared into the ocean, smaller orb-like crafts seemed to deploy from it, zipping away at unimaginable speeds. The footage left viewers stunned. What kind of technology could accomplish such feats? Speculations ranged from extraterrestrial origins to confidential military experiments. But one thing was clear: this wasn't your everyday occurrence. Let's shift our focus to a late-night security camera in Mexico. A homeowner noticed his dogs barking incessantly, their attention fixed on the sky. When he reviewed the footage, he saw an unidentified object descending silently into his yard. The object hovered momentarily, almost as if observing the environment, before moving horizontally and vanishing beyond a nearby road. The grainy footage reignited debates online. Was it a deflated balloon, a shape-shifting UFO, or something else entirely? The way it paused...
Doesn't it piss you off how they bring a balloon up? Like, ever since Roswell, they talking about a balloon. Come on. It's pretty obvious by now. We know what balloons look like. We're not stupid. And those dogs are lucky, man, because whatever that is, obviously it's peaceful because they're able to tear them up.
Hovered and moved defied the logic of simple explanations. The question deepened with leaked footage allegedly from a hidden government lab. The video showcased humanoid figures submerged in murky water twitching unnaturally. Nearby, strange green sacks wriggled like living organisms, while white pulsating blobs emitted an unsettling aura. While some dismissed the footage as an art project, others couldn't shake the feeling that it might represent real experiments happening in the shadows. Even if this particular video was debunked, who's to say similar experiments aren't taking place somewhere else? The ocean, too, seems to be a recurring stage for these strange events. A group of fishermen in the Atlantic captured footage of 14 bright lights hovering in formation over the water. These lights, eerily synchronized, vanished as suddenly as they appeared. With no nearby land or known aircraft that could account for their presence, the event left even the most skeptical witnesses baffled. Could this be evidence of underwater UFO bases or a glimpse into technology far beyond our understanding? Speaking of water, one of the most fascinating theories involves UFOs, or USOs, unidentified submerged objects, and their ability to travel seamlessly between air and water.
I've seen that. What do you guys think about that one? You can see like it went in the sun. I mean, but for that to happen, I mean, it has to be like a planet-sized spaceship or whatever. If it literally went into the ocean's magma or whatever you can call it. But you can see when it goes in and when it goes out. I mean, it looks pretty real, but I mean, who knows, right?
Witnesses have reported seeing crafts diving into oceans and lakes at breakneck speeds, leaving no trace behind. This dual capability raises questions about the true extent of their technology and intentions. Another intriguing case came from Roswell, New Mexico, a location synonymous with UFO lore. A young woman driving through the desert noticed a massive, perfectly circular shadow on the road. With no clouds in the sky, she looked up but saw nothing that could cast such a shadow. Was it a cloaked UFO hovering silently above? The eerie sighting reignited Roswell's reputation as a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. In Indiana, a flurry of UFO sightings made headlines when multiple people recorded flashing lights darting across the night sky. Witnesses described the lights as teleporting, appearing in one spot before suddenly reappearing elsewhere. The National UFO Reporting Center received over 30 reports from the area that night, yet no plausible explanation has been offered. Whether these lights were extraterrestrial crafts, advanced drones, or something else remains a question. High above Earth, satellite cameras have also captured baffling footage. One clip from Slovakia showed an object streaking past at such incredible speed that it was barely detectable. Frame-by-frame analysis revealed what appeared to be multiple connected lights, suggesting a larger craft. The object's speed and trajectory were unlike anything known, leaving experts scratching their heads. As technology advances, so do our abilities to document these phenomena. Drones have become a popular tool for capturing unexplained sightings. In one instance, a wedding photographer's drone recorded a glowing object changing direction at impossible speeds before vanishing. The raw, unedited footage left viewers questioning whether it was a confidential military craft, an alien ship, or something even more bizarre. While skeptics often dismiss such sightings as hoaxes or misidentifications, the sheer volume and consistency of reports make it harder to ignore. From pilots and military personnel to ordinary citizens, countless individuals have come forward with stories and evidence. Could all these people be wrong, or is there something larger at play? One of the most debated theories involves government involvement. Many believe that some UFO sightings are actually tests of advanced military technology. This theory gained traction after the Pentagon declassified footage showing Navy pilots encountering tic-tac-shaped objects, performing maneuvers beyond human capability. Could governments be reverse engineering alien technology, or are they merely ahead of the curve with their own innovations? The next story takes us even deeper, showing us something that challenges what we believe is possible. Other dimensions, or something else entirely. Another compelling idea is that these sightings represent visitors from other dimensions rather than other planets. Some physicists argue that the laws of physics as we understand them might allow for interdimensional travel. If these objects are indeed from parallel realities, it would explain their ability to defy gravity and other natural laws. Despite all the theories, one thing remains clear: humanity's fascination with UFOs isn't going away. As more footage emerges, the line between skepticism and belief continues to blur. Whether these phenomena are extraterrestrial, man-made, or something entirely different, they challenge us to rethink our place in the universe. With each new sighting, the question grows louder. Are we alone? Or is the truth, as many suspect, being deliberately hidden? The skies may hold the answers, but it's up to us to keep looking and questioning. After all, the next groundbreaking discovery might just be one viral video away. The increased presence of satellite footage in recent years has added a new dimension to UFO investigations. High-resolution imagery from space has provided unprecedented clarity, capturing events that were once relegated to eyewitness accounts. In one notable case, a satellite in orbit recorded what appeared to be a massive triangular craft hovering above the Earth's atmosphere. The object's size and shape ruled out conventional aircraft, and its sudden disappearance added another layer of intrigue. Experts have theorized that the craft could belong to a confidential space program, raising questions about whether these sightings are evidence of extraterrestrial visitors or advanced human-made technology. Another example of technological advancements aiding UFO research involves the use of artificial intelligence to analyze patterns in sightings. By cross-referencing thousands of reports, AI has identified recurring themes, such as the presence of specific shapes and colors, as well as common behaviors like erratic movements and sudden disappearances. These insights have helped narrow down potential explanations, although the question remains far from solved. The ocean's depths have long been considered a frontier for UFO activity, with some researchers suggesting that extraterrestrial bases may exist beneath the water. Recent footage from deep-sea exploration vehicles has captured unexplained phenomena, including glowing objects moving at incredible speeds and performing maneuvers that defy underwater propulsion technology. These encounters have led to renewed interest in the possibility of USOs and their role in the broader UFO narrative. Even the moon has not been immune to UFO sightings. Amateur astronomers have documented strange lights and shadows on the lunar surface, sparking debates about whether these anomalies are natural occurrences or evidence of alien activity.
And wait till we find out what's on the other side of the moon. Look at those lines. Come on, man. Think that's natural right there?
Of human imagination and optical illusions. Historical accounts of UFO sightings provide further context to the modern phenomena. From ancient cave paintings depicting strange objects in the sky to medieval records of fiery discs appearing during battles.
It's in history, ancient history. Come on. What else do you need?
These historical accounts, while lacking the technological evidence of modern sightings, suggest that the phenomenon is not a recent development.
I don't know if that one's real, but if it is, wow.
In recent years, government transparency has become a focal point for UFO enthusiasts. The release of previously classified documents has shed light on decades of investigations into unexplained aerial phenomena. While some of these documents provide plausible explanations for certain
the scraps that they gave us, unclassified scraps. At least they admitted it.
Fueled speculation about what information might still be hidden from the public. The role of media and pop culture in shaping perceptions of UFOs cannot be understated. While some argue that this has led to exaggerated claims and a proliferation of hoaxes, others believe that pop culture has helped raise awareness and encourage serious investigation into the phenomenon. As humanity ventures further into space, the search for extraterrestrial life has taken on new significance. Missions to Mars and beyond are not only aimed at exploring other planets, but also at finding potential signs of life. The discovery of microbial life on another planet would revolutionize our understanding of the universe and lend credence to the idea that we are not alone. The potential implications of UFO sightings extend beyond scientific curiosity. If extraterrestrial civilizations are indeed visiting Earth, their technology and knowledge could have profound effects on our society. From advancements in energy production to new insights into the nature of existence, the possibilities are both exciting and unsettling. However, the question remains, are these visitors benevolent explorers or potential threats? Public perception of UFOs has evolved over time with increasing acceptance of the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Polls show that a significant percentage of people believe in UFOs, and many are open to the idea of contact with alien civilizations. This shift in attitude has been driven in part by the availability of credible evidence and the growing number of high-profile individuals speaking out about their experiences. Despite the progress made in UFO research, much remains unknown. The lack of concrete evidence and the prevalence of hoaxes have hindered efforts to uncover the truth. However, the dedication of researchers, coupled with advancements in technology, continues to push the boundaries of our understanding. As new sightings emerge and old cases are revisited, the quest for answers persists. The appeal of the unknown is a powerful force, driving humanity's curiosity and inspiring exploration. Whether UFO sightings are evidence of extraterrestrial visitors, advanced human technology, or something else entirely, they challenge us to question our assumptions and expand our horizons. As we continue to explore the universe, the truth may be closer than we think, or farther beyond our reach than we can imagine. Now we'll look at sightings from history, showing how people have been fascinated by strange things in the sky for a long time. Strange sightings from centuries ago. Unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, have sparked endless debate and fascination in the United States. For centuries, strange objects and lights in the sky have been reported, leading people to question what could really be out there. Let's dig into some of the most famous incidents, the ones that continue to boggle minds, spark conspiracies, and leave us wondering what's going on above our heads. Back in the 1600s, in 1639 to be exact, James Everell and his friends spotted something incredible near Boston, Massachusetts. They were near the Muddy River when they saw a bright light zigzagging across the sky. The light moved so fast and for so long that they watched it for hours before it vanished. No one could explain what they saw, and it's still one of the earliest recorded UFO sightings in the country. Fast forward a couple of centuries to 1896 and 1897. Reports of strange airships popped up across the nation. These weren't your average shooting stars or weather balloons. People described large cigar-shaped crafts with bright lights, some even saying they moved faster than anything humans could build at the time. One particular story from Aurora, Texas, claimed an airship had crashed, and townspeople found a non-human body inside. Whether you believe it or not, this story still gets retold as one of the wildest UFO tales in U.S. history. During World War II, pilots in Europe and the Pacific started encountering what they called Foo Fighters. These glowing orbs would follow their planes, dart around, and then disappear. Pilots thought they might be enemy tech, but no one could figure out what they were. To this day, no one has a solid explanation for these strange sightings.
Or the strange name of the plane.
A year that changed everything for UFO believers. Kenneth Arnold, a private pilot, saw 9 shiny disc-shaped objects flying near Mount Rainier in Washington. He described them as moving like saucers skipping on water, coining the term flying saucer. But that wasn't all. Just a few weeks later, Roswell, New Mexico became ground zero for UFO mania. The military initially claimed to have recovered a flying disc, only to later say it was a weather balloon. Yeah,
Weather
right.
balloon.
That
And the UFOs they seen at Rainier that has ties to Men in Black, which I need to make a better video about it. But yeah, I'm just gonna make another video because Men in Black is involved in most of these cases. For the people who don't know.
That's how the Roswell conspiracy was born, and it's still one of the most talked about UFO events ever. The 50s brought even more sightings and solidified UFOs as a cultural phenomenon. In 1950, a couple named Paul and Evelyn Trent snapped photos of a disc-shaped object near their farm in McMinnville, Oregon. The pictures were published nationwide and people couldn't get enough of them. 2 years later, the skies over Washington, D.C. lit up with sightings of UFOs confirmed by radar and seen by military personnel. This led to an official investigation by the government, but as usual, no clear answers. One of the creepiest UFO-related stories came in 1961 with Betty and Barney Hill. They claimed they were abducted by extraterrestrials in New Hampshire. Their account included vivid descriptions of alien beings, medical experiments, and even lost time. It became one of the first widely publicized alien abduction stories and paved the way for countless others. The 70s brought us the Travis Walton case.
One out of many abductions, and I feel really bad for the ones that, you know, not saying they didn't get no shine on their story, because I'm pretty sure that's the last thing they want. They just want people not to think that they're crazy, you know. And there's hundreds of people that have been abducted, and they get to be called, loony. I mean, fortunately for these two cases right here, the one that's talk about Travis Walton, and the other one, they got the shine. They got popular, I guess you want to call it. But just imagine the ones that went through worse and nobody believes them. That's some crazy shit right there. But anyways, let's go.
In Arizona, Travis, a logger, claimed he was taken aboard a UFO and was missing for 5 days. His story, complete with polygraph tests and a book deal, inspired a movie. Whether you believe him or not, his account added fuel to the fire of UFO fascination. In 1980, things got weirder with the Cash Landrum incident in Texas. 2 women and a child encountered a diamond-shaped craft emitting heat and light. Afterward, they experienced physical symptoms like burns and nausea. They even tried to sue the U.S. government, alleging the craft was a military experiment. The case was dismissed, but the questions remained. By the 90s, UFO sightings became massive public events, like the Phoenix Lights in 1997. Thousands of people in Arizona saw a giant V-shaped formation of lights moving silently across the sky. The military said it was just flares from training exercises, but many witnesses weren't buying it. This event remains one of the most well-documented UFO sightings in modern history. After hearing about past sightings, the stories from today bring us closer to finding real proof we can't ignore. Modern sightings that made headlines. In the 21st century, UFO sightings didn't slow down. In 2004, U.S. Navy pilots encountered what's now known as the Tic Tac UFO off the coast of California. This thing moved faster and more erratically than any known aircraft. The encounter was even captured on video, which was eventually released to the public, reigniting interest in UFOs. 2 years later, in 2006, something bizarre happened at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Witnesses, including airline employees, saw a metallic saucer-shaped object hovering over the airport. It suddenly shot upward, leaving a hole in the clouds. The Federal Aviation Administration blamed weather phenomena, but the people who saw it weren't convinced. Spotting something in the sky that doesn't fit the usual mold of planes, drones, or stars can leave you feeling a mix of curiosity and unease. Seeing a UFO, or what some folks call an unidentified flying object, is one of those moments that can spark endless questions. But before jumping to wild conclusions or acting on impulse, there are a few grounded steps to consider. The last thing you want is to overlook what could either be a groundbreaking moment or a simple misunderstanding. Let's break down the essentials of how to handle such an unusual situation without overcomplicating things. First off, keep your cool. It might sound like a no-brainer, but in the heat of the moment, adrenaline can make you miss the important stuff. Being calm lets you take in what's happening with a clear head. Look around and check if you're in a safe spot. Maybe you're on a quiet road or standing in your backyard. Wherever you are, make sure you're not putting yourself in harm's way by staring at the sky too long without being aware of your surroundings. If that strange object is too close for comfort, it's better to back away than stand frozen in shock. Once you're sure you're safe, it's time to be the best observer you can be. Take a good, hard look at the object. What shape does it have? Is it round, triangular, or something that's hard to describe? Notice its size and color. Are there lights, and if so, how are they arranged? Pay close attention to its movement. Does it dart around like it's defying gravity or glide smoothly like a regular aircraft? You're not just looking, you're gathering clues. And don't forget about sound. If the object is silent or buzzing, that detail could matter. Estimate how high it is and how fast it's moving. Your focus now is on capturing the details, not letting your imagination run wild. If you've got a smartphone or a camera nearby, use it. Snap pictures or record a video, but don't let this distract you too much from watching the object itself. Make sure to include something familiar in the frame, like a tree or a building, so anyone looking at your footage later can gauge the scale and location. If taking photos isn't an option, grab a pen and paper. Jot down everything you remember while it's fresh in your mind. If you're a little artistic, even a rough sketch can help capture what words might miss. Now, let's say the UFO left some kind of trace behind, like marks on the ground or an odd material. Resist the urge to touch or collect it. Your fingerprints or
Don't put it
interference could
in your
ruin the
mouth.
evidence for someone who knows how to analyze it properly. Keeping the area undisturbed is key. If you're not alone, make sure others stay back too. It's better to be cautious and leave it as is than risk damaging something potentially valuable. After gathering as much information as you can, consider reporting the sighting. There are organizations dedicated to studying these kinds of events, like
Yeah,
the
and
Mutual
so you
UFO
can
Network.
get kidnapped and never
Sharing
seen
your
again.
experience with experts
Or
allows
don't
them
worry,
to
the Men
analyze
in
the
Black will
data
get
and
to you.
compare it with other reports.
They're good at that.
They've likely seen patterns before that you might not recognize. By reporting what you've seen, you're adding to a broader pool of knowledge that could uncover answers down the line. Could this underwater UFO be proof of alien technology, or is it part of a hidden military project no one is talking about? Share your thoughts and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
Well, there it is. One thing I wanted to share with you guys is that I learned in the past that, not now, but before, I mean, because obviously the government replicated most of the ships. But the cylinder type of ships, those were known as reptilian ships. You know, obviously there's all types of shapes and sizes. And, you know, it makes sense that each shape belongs to a different species, I guess if we want to call it. But the one that I remember the most was the cylinder one. The ones that we seen in the past before, if they were cylinder, they were reptilian ships. And now, obviously, the government replicated most of them. So most of the ones you see in the sky are, you know, they're ours, you know, just a replica. And, well, yeah, stay tuned. There's other incidents that you guys maybe not know about, like the Brazilian Roswell. That's a really good story. Not story, a real event. But they call it the Brazilian Roswell. And it's pretty obvious why, right? And there is a really good something I should cover, because the Men in Black got involved there too. They went and questioned the two females that encountered the little creature, and they were you can tell, you'll see it, you can tell they're traumatized, and they got threatened by the Men in Black not to talk to anybody. And I think it was the History Channel that went and did a documentary later on. But there's a lot of other events that I need to cover that people don't know about, or the people that are just getting into, you know, now that you needed the government to say yes. Nah, I'm not making fun of you guys, but, you know, now that we all know and believe, now you can start going back into history and, you know, put the piece together to the puzzle. That way you're more informed of this. Anyways, like, share, deuces.
Smoking weed, getting drunk, almost there.
So beware, RCD about to fuck you up like a bear.
We ain't scared, pass a bottle, get slumped.
Taking shots, smoking blunts, might need bumps.
Our music is contagious like the 808 thumps.
We'll leave a swollen head with some nasty bumps.
In the slums, ghetto raised as a poor
All it
child.
takes just to spark from here to party wild. Wake up.